Yo, what's going on, kings and queens? It's your boy Chaz Jackson coming back to you once again, representing GNG Gift and a Gift. Hey, I just want to take the time to tell you thank you for giving me your eyes and your ears once again as we ready to dive deep into some inspiration that I pray will plant like a seed in your mind and assist you in becoming a greater version of yourselves. And if you've been listening to this podcast, you know that our motto is we're all gifted differently to make a difference. And I know there are difference makers that's either listening to me or watching me on this live stream right now. Go ahead and let us know that you're here. Share this out to any students, coaches, teachers, parents that you feel will be able to resonate with this giant that we have on tonight. You guys go ahead, get your pen, your paper. He's going to drop some major nuggets, golden nuggets, some jewels, wisdom at you. And I'm just so excited to have him on. And before I read off his short bio and introduce him to you, I want to go over the mission statement of this platform. And it is to provide tips and techniques for young males as they're working towards their personal development. And I always start out with a daily challenge that I take daily as far as challenging myself, as well as wanting to challenge you as viewing me or listening to me, to become a passionate visionary who is determined to leave a legacy for themselves by adopting unwavering life values and serving others in the area of gifting led by God. So that's the mission that we're on, and I know you're on that mission with me. And let me read off this short bio of my man Chip Baker. Chip is a teacher, coach for 21 years, fourth generation educator. He is the creator of Chip Baker's The Success Chronicles, a YouTube channel podcast where he interviews people from all walks of life about success. He's a multiple-time best-selling author, growing through your effective conversation to ignite relationships and Suited for Success, Volume 2, and also the Formula Chart for Life. He is the creator of the Chip Baker Character Development Program. He is also certified John Gordon Power of Positive Leadership Trainer. Man, I'm telling you, you guys are in for a treat. My man Chip Baker, you are live on GNG Livestream Podcast. Are you ready to get it, King?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Man, hey, you did that intro and that bio, man. I'm ready to put the helmet on, buckle up the chin strap.
Hey, it's football season, man. We got to get ready for September 13th, man. It's going down, man. The NFL is going to be back. Hopefully to stay back for a little bit. But based off of what I just read, Chip, is there anything you'd like to add to that?
No, man. Really, thanks. First, I just want to say thanks so much for having me on your platform. I follow you, follow what you do. I love your message, man. Love what you're about. Love your energy. And I'm just grateful to have the opportunity to be here with you. And so to add, really, man, I'm just an ordinary guy working real hard to achieve some extraordinary things, man. And so I just feel blessed and fortunate to have the opportunity to achieve, some of those things that you mentioned. And, my goal is that, I live by the principles from the big man. And I hope that I make my family proud by my actions every day, man. And that's a little bit more about me.
That's amazing. And Chip, I know we've kind of been building our relationship off camera. I know you're a phenomenal guy. And like, based off this bio and what you just shared, you've definitely been put in positions to achieve some things. So what really brought you to where you are right now, as far as being the teacher, coach, educator that you are right now? What is kind of the background to get into this point where you're at in 2020?
Yeah, so my background, man, family, I was raised by a fourth generation educator. So, just blessed and fortunate to be raised by some great people, as well as be around some awesome folks to learn from in my career. I tell people this, my family is church folk. in education. And so you notice I didn't put an S on the folk, right? Church folk. It's a difference
Yeah.
between church folk and church folks, right? So we were church folk, we were, in church from can till can't, and so the reason being was my mother was the minister of music in our churches, growing up. And so, she had to always be there and, always did her part. But, just really, blessed, like I said, to be around some great people and be shown how to give a life of service.
Mm.
Right. And so really that's where I come from, both sides of my family, great people, great folks to learn from. And it's been cool. Been also blessed, like I said, in my career to be around people that thought enough of me to show me how to do some things, to teach me some things, hey, I'm going to show you how to do this because one day, you're going to be doing this, or
Right.
Really just looked down for me and took the time, man, to invest in me and give me nuggets to help me on my life. And so I think that's really why I'm so passionate about helping and giving service and giving back, because I know that no significant success is achieved alone. And really, man, I'm just a product of a whole lot of people loving me, man.
I love that. And you hit on some major stuff there. One of them being serving, but also how people was put in your path to help ignite your gifts inside of you, because a lot of the things that I do with being in physical therapy and being inspired to, be a speaker and an author myself, there was always that one person, meaning, me sustaining an injury when I was in high school and thinking that my football career was going to be over, but I met a therapist who installed hope into me and was like, yo, if you do what I tell you to do, I can get you back. And during that broken time, he helped, give hope. And he did get me back, and I still was able to go on and still play the sport that I love. And it's funny that I'm doing what he do right now, but just because of how he inspired me. And obviously we all have our stories, and I'm sure, you mentioned your mom and everyone else that kind of got you to where you are right now. You can kind of relate to that little short story that I just shared.
It's good stuff, man.
Yeah, but I love the title of I think it was your first book, Growing Through Your Go Through. Talk a little bit about that. Like, how did that title come about?
Well, in our life, and I don't care who you are, I don't care where you're from, I don't care how you were raised, we all are going to go through something personally that will challenge us in our life, right? And so what we have to make sure we do is understand, have the awareness to understand that there's a blessing in every lesson. And so what we have to do is be aware, because my co-author with the book, he says this, and I love this quote. First time I heard him say it, blew me away. Nothing is wasted. No thing is wasted. So every experience that you grow through, you can learn something from it. So it's not winning and losing, it's winning and learning. And so we have to grow through our go through, finding those blessings in the lessons and grow, so that when we get on the other side of that, yes, we're better, but the thing that lights you on fire is that you're better so that you can help others be better. And so that's really just the basic premises of the book.
I like that. And yeah, it's like when you see one side of the coin, you go through that experience. It's like whenever you do see the other side, you learn to appreciate things a lot more. And also you're able to, I heard the analogy, let's say like if you was going downstream without a boat and you happen to hang on to a log or a tree branch and you're able to save yourself, someone else might be coming right down that stream themselves, and you'll be able to reach out and grab them, you know what I mean, and hold on to them because you found that branch and you understood how you could keep from continuing down that same path. And I feel like, we go through things in life to be able to have that experience to help someone that, God places in your path. that you're supposed to help along your journey in life. So, yeah, I really resonate with that title for sure, and I know a lot of people has been inspired by that read.
Man, thank you so much. I think perfect analogy of what you gave, man, and I really like that one. That's a good one.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And the Success Chronicles, the that whole platform, that was before the book, or what? Did you release both of those at the same time? How did
No,
that?
it actually, I started the Success Chronicles almost 4 years ago, and from the Success Chronicles, initially I really just started out to show appreciation and give back to those great people that I was blessed to have in my life by highlighting their stories, and just shining some light on them because they were inspiring and motivating to me. And little did I know that by doing that, it was going to grow like it has. I was going to be able to, meet amazing people and learn so much from them. And that's kind of where the book concept came from. I interviewed Dr. Oliver T. Reed, and he's a great guy. He has 20 books.
Oh, man, he's doing it.
Yeah, amazing guy, speaker. And we linked up, and we had interviewed, and like, hey, let's meet next week and do a topic session. Man, it was fire, right? Let's do it again next week. So after a month and a half of doing that each week, we were like, man, we need to put this in a book, right? And so, so we, man, that's the goal. We're doing a 4-book series, and we're in book 2. We're on book 2 of the 4 books. So the first one is growing through your go through. Sorry, and then the second one is effective conversation to ignite relationships. And so that's kind of how that came about. But it was just all with the Success Chronicles, and that's just one example of the growth that has happened. But it's a number of those things where I've been able to partner with people, and like I said, meet great people to learn from, like yourself, and it's just been a blessing, man.
It's fire. It's fire. And so obviously we're targeting young males, and I want you to take yourself back. Take yourself back to around 17, 18 years old.
Okay.
And I'm thinking about that effective conversations to ignite relationships. So out of that book, what is one thing, knowing what you know now, that you would tell yourself as far as building those relationships at that age to help get to where you are right now? What is one thing that you would share?
One thing that I would tell myself,
At the age of 7?
Yeah, at 17 or 18. I think the first thing is, I think the big man truly blessed me with the ability to just be quiet and listen and watch. Right. I think he really blessed me with the ability to be able to just kind of check out the scene or check out things and give me some awareness. And so at that age, looking back on it now, and I was in a good place, right? I felt like, as far as maturity, as far as seeing things, knowing, my goals and visions. But I think I would tell myself, looking back, you are enough. I would tell myself that as far as relationships, the way you go about your business and the way you treat people and the way you respond to certain things will allow you to have amazing relationships that will benefit you for the rest of your life. And like I'm a prime example of that, man. I'd like to share like one just story. Like, so when I went to college, I played college football at West Texas A&M University. I met a guy, we were both freshmen. We were in the same class. He had some issues, so he didn't, play right then at the fall. But great guy. We got to know each other and, developed a great bond. We were teammates, played the same similar position. So, we got to be really close. Different backgrounds, different people, and that's the beauty of it too. Like, we probably listen to different music, just we're all different people, but we come together. The great thing about a team, we come together for a common goal. So fast forward, I don't know, 20 years, right? Fast forward 20 years, when I have a program, character development program. You know, this guy was one of my biggest avid supporters and has used it in his program. You know, he's an athletic director. He's has been a regional director in our state, you know, and, you know, that blessing, because I chose at that young age to treat people right, work hard, do right. You know, I could have said, hey, we're different people, man. I don't want to hang out with you, or I don't want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know, I could have been not aware and not open, but that would have hurt me from the benefits on the other end of it. But, you know, he's been one of my biggest supporters, as I've been with him. You know, truly love the guy, you know, and so, you know, that happened back then, but it's continued on. And so, you know, when you ask me about, you know, being young, I think we can all, in every situation that we are in, it's important for us to be aware that whatever situation or whatever you're going through right now, it ain't about just right now.
Yeah,
You know,
that's so key.
yeah, how are you going to respond to adversity right now so that you can get to where you want to get when you grow through, you go through?
I hope you took my advice, got you a pen and a paper. If you didn't catch that, you need to rewind this back and write that down.
Come
That was
on, let's go.
gold. That was gold. And it's kind of the paraphrase that I think about making life a process, right? Or thinking of life as a process that,
Yes.
you know, I feel like we stay in a world where we expect things to happen right then and there. And that's not really how it works. It's a process to get where you want in life. And just having phenomenal people is building those bonds and those long-term relationships to help fuel you. And I always say this is like relationships can either nourish you or they can drown you. And that's truly, you know, a relationship. When given that example of water, that's a relationship that truly nourished you to get to where you are right now. And yeah, for sure. And it brings me to this question. What do you feel like is the greatest lesson that you've learned so far at this point in your life? If you had to give one greatest lesson.
Ooh, the greatest lesson that I've learned so far, man, it's hard to narrow that down to one because I've learned so much throughout my life, man. I think for me, one of the top lessons, I don't know if I say the greatest. Well, no, I'll take that back. I will say it is the greatest. The greatest lesson that I've learned is it's important to have a faith walk. You know what I'm saying? It's important to have a journey, a personal journey of faith walk. And so, yeah, I would think that that's been the greatest thing that I've learned. You have to have a firsthand experience in faith. You know, like I said, you know, I told you I grew up in church. You know, like what mom and them, you know, like what mom and them do and make you do. That's one thing, but then you have to learn on your own that it's important to have a faith walk and then be able to trust, you know, that, you know, the big man will look out for you. So,
Man, that made me think about the good book. You know, it says for us to walk by faith and not by sight. And there's so many times when you have that dream, that goal, you know, we tend to look at the external world and look at our circumstances and not necessarily keep our eyes on our faith as far as, you know, pressing forward regardless of what you're seeing right now, knowing that no one else can comprehend or understand a dream that's meant for you first and foremost, and realizing to accept validation, but sometimes that's not going to come. You know, sometimes, you know, I'm sure when your mentor said he like when he had it on his mind he's going to write 20 books, you know, there was somebody who was like, man, you crazy. Ain't nobody, I don't personally know his family or nothing like that, but you know, it's like, man, ain't nobody in our family ever wrote 20 books. I know at least not in my family, but that's a goal of his, and I love to even reach that goal. And I know you might, maybe you will reach that goal if that's something that you want to put your mind and set your mind on. But you know, just taking control and having that faith, and then Scripture tells us how, you know, those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. You know, and that hope can be translated to expect. So when we have faith and expect things to happen in life, I truly believe that kind of helps, you know, our God to navigate and to put our circumstances on the right path to get to where we need to be at. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I truly believe that, man. I believe, me being a man of faith myself, that is the key cornerstone or the foundation of everything that I personally do myself. So that's good
Yeah.
stuff
It's,
right
it's,
there.
it's a gift and a gift.
I'm telling you, man,
Come
it's a
on.
gift and a gift because physically we are a gift.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's something inside of each and every one of us. There's
Yeah.
like
Come on.
7.5 billion people on this planet, and nobody has your fingertip.
One of
Nobody.
one.
Your fingerprint. Nobody has it.
Yeah.
No one has it, and I truly believe we're all here with to do something that no one else can do. I'm not your competition. You're not my competition. It's we're all are here to impact a certain amount of people, a certain audience, and I truly believe that we all have that gift, and we're just like that fruit tree, man. And, it's not about Chaz Jackson at all. I'm the branches, man. I'm the bark. I'm the roots in the ground. But that fruit, that hanging fruit, that's that gift, and it's just for others. It's not for me. You know what I mean? But we got to get to a space to where we really can truly understand that and serve. Like you said earlier, it's all about serving. In my mission statement, I talk about we're all here to serve in an area of gifting. So
Mm.
yeah, I truly believe that, man. And going back even to your character development programs, and I know off camera we talked about you having your men's group, and you guys are talking about the 5 defining disciplines of growing men. Can you share just a little bit about that? How does that play a role in your life?
Oh man, it's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. I'm a part of a men's group at our church. And on Wednesdays we do. It's really good stuff. It's awesome to be around great guys. None of us are perfect. We all make mistakes, but the beauty of it is when you can come together and be vulnerable and just seek for growth. You can find that in those kind of situations, and we just kind of hit on the 5 defining disciplines of growing men. And just in a nutshell, just some of the things that it's important to make sure that we have consistent quiet time. Have an organized Bible study, or then have accountability group. You have to be We have to make sure that we are putting ourselves in positions where we are accountable for our actions, active church involvement. And then I think when we do all of those 4 things, it allows us to be an example for others. But then it also lights us on fire, and our path is lit, like legit, like it's lit. you
Mm,
know, it's legit lit because you're living in your lane. You are,
mm.
I don't know, you're living intentionally and on purpose, and you're doing things that you wholeheartedly believe in and are invested in.
Mm. I like that.
Yeah,
Lighten up that lane. Because when we get in our lane,
man.
man, we really can make things happen, right?
Oh, no doubt, man, no doubt. And it seems like you're floating, right? Like it seems like you're floating along because you're in the zone and you're in your lane. And so but those things don't come without putting in the work to
Mm.
get there, to learn, and like I said, have that quiet time, and be around great people, and learn from your own mistakes, because we're all going to make them. And so I think when you can do those, you can take those blessings and the lessons and apply it to your life to help you be the best version of yourself.
Mm. I love it, Chip. I love it. And I know there's somebody on here that's resonated with you wholeheartedly. They like, this man Chip, man, he brought the heat. I know he can help me. I know he can help me he can help me get to where I need to be, because he can help me going through my go throughs.
Yeah, man.
And brother, I know that somebody's resonate with you that's listening to
I hope
this,
so. I hope so.
watching this. If that's the case, how can they reach out to you?
So, all of my social media is Chip Baker, TSC is in the Success Chronicles, except for Twitter. And Twitter is Chip Baker 19. And, my goal, I learned a long time ago in my life that it's not about me, and so, my goal is to do all that I can to be the best version of myself so that I can help others and give service. And so, um, just go check it out, the YouTube channel, all of the social media platforms. I'm on all of them. I want it to be no excuse for you not to get this positive inspiration and motivation, right? so, so go check it out, and then typical thing like everybody say, rate, like, comment, all that stuff, and that's fine. Subscribe. I love for you to do that, but bigger than that, for me, if you see something or hear something that you like and it resonates with you, and there's someone in your life that you think of when you see that or hear that, just please, I ask that you just share it with them to help make their world a better place.
Boom, boom, boom. And we got that out of the way. Last question. You ready? Last question.
All
Last
right.
question. So obviously this is gift and a gift, and there's somebody that's looking at this that hasn't necessarily unleashed their gift yet. Is there anything that just comes to mind on being intentional about showing your gifts and recognizing that it's not about you? That gift is for someone else to get through their go-throughs and to inspire their generation, the next generation to come. So last thing about that, what comes to mind?
And you kind of hit on, about the number of people in the world, and, us being a one of one, how the big man made us. And man, I rock with that a lot. I think we all have potential in us, right? Like, we all have greatness in us. Like, like you said, like you're you, I'm me. We're on similar paths of what we do, but like you're a unique guy, and I'm a unique guy, and whoever you are, everybody that's checking this out, like, you are unique, like, you are enough. You need to know that. And so the big man made all of us how he wanted to make us. And so what we have to understand is we have enough. We don't need anything else. We have enough for what we want to do. But the big picture is it's in there. We just got to activate our greatness. And so we just have to make sure that we understand that we are enough. Understand that it's important to put ourselves around people that can help us get to where we want to be. And I'm a prime example of that. Like I'm saying that, before I started the Success Chronicles, like I hadn't done anything like this ever before. Like, no mass communications or social training, nothing. My goal was to just try to give back. And so I've strived to learn and put myself around people that can teach me those things. Like growing up, I didn't know an author. Like, now I'm a multiple, best-selling author. I got 4 books, so like I'm a prime example of what I just explained. Like, it's in there. Like you have the potential, bro. You just gotta activate your greatness. It's in there.
Yeah. Gotta go get it.
Go get it, man.
I love it, Chip. I love it, Chip. Man, thank you. You don't know how much it means to me, my audience, that you bless us with your presence, for your time and effort. Like, I don't take people's time lightly. I know it's very important. Just for you just coming on this platform, GNG, and just sharing your knowledge, your wisdom. And like I said, I'm definitely going back to listen to the replay, and I definitely took some jewels that you shared with me and the audience. And again, thank you so much for your time, man. And I look forward to continue to grow with you and just build that long-term relationship. And we'll continue to inspire as many people that God places in our path, and even more so, working on living intentional for ourselves, so, and our families. So thank you again, man.
No, thank you, man. Thanks for the opportunity. Again, like I said, when we started, man, I rock with what you do. I think it's awesome. I follow you, and same sentiments to you, man. And so you got me. I support you, and I'm grateful to have the opportunity, man, and go get it.
Hey, I'm gonna lead us out here, though. Let me lead us out. I told you, if you didn't get your pen and paper like I asked you to, go ahead, Pause this, rewind it back, go get some good notes. If there's something that you resonated with, one or two, definitely learn how to apply it to your life on a daily basis. Chip's here to help you. I'm definitely here to help you. Reach me here at chazjacksonspeaks.org. And I want to lead you out with these couple details here. I want you to stay up with GNG. More podcast episodes coming soon. I want each and every one of you to keep those crowns on your hearts. And remember this, we are God's echo. I love each and every one of you. Peace.